Here, we will be solving this complex number represented by an equation here. We don't know the value of x and y, and that's our goal. As soon as we are done with that, we can actually solve the equation or retain the equality. Let's also try to express the final form in a form of a complex number later on. What we can do here is actually try to manipulate both sides in such a way that we can actually equate both real part and coefficient of the imaginary part of the complex number. On our right hand side, we are already given with this as the real part, and this would be the imaginary part. But of course, take note, it includes the negative one here. A mistake might be done if you will be leaving that in your computation. So what we can do on our left hand side is to manipulate that in such a way that we can also group those terms without the imaginary variable of I. Okay, because here, just like this one, we have here imaginary variable I. So what we can do on this side is actually 2x, and then I may write 2y here in minus 5. All of this doesn't have i's. Then you have here minus 3iy plus 4ix minus 10i is equal to x plus y plus 2 minus, we have the group y minus x plus 3i. Allow me to factor I here to be similar to that. I have here 2x minus 2y minus 5. Let me use here, if it's okay with us, I could also use minus because I am the operation is minus. So let me just simply factor I. And what happens here is 3y. So since I factored my negative, this will become minus 4x. Please take note of that. As I factor out negative here, this will become plus 10. If you're not convinced with that, you can always try to multiply that. So minus 3iy plus 4ix and minus 10i. So basically, we're doing that right. Here, you have x plus y plus 2 minus again y minus x plus 3i. When we're going to group this one, this grouping here corresponds to the real part of the right hand side, and this portion here is also corresponding to that. And the concern of taking out or factoring negative earlier is this already corresponds to negative I, so we don't need to multiply again by negative number. So what we can do here is we'll have two equations. For the real part, you have 2x minus 2y minus 5 must be equal to x plus y plus 2, because they are both the real parts. Okay, they are the coefficients of the real parts for both sides. As for the imaginary parts, you have 3y minus 4x plus 10 is equal to y minus x plus 3. We don't need to use i's because actually i's already here. Now what we can do is to simplify these equations further and later on use elimination process. So you have here 2x minus 2y minus 5. Allow me to write all. Minus x minus y minus 2 equal to 0. And 3y minus 4x plus 10 minus y plus x minus 3 equal to 0. So we have the forms of the equation in this final. 2x minus x is x. 2y minus y is minus 3y. You have minus 7 is equal to 0. The other one, 3y minus y is 2y. Minus 4x plus 3x is minus 3x. And then you have 10 minus 3 is plus 7 equal to 0. Hopefully that I'm doing it right. Please also try to follow the process because I might make some incorrect solutions later on. So allow me to simplify this further by the use of elimination method in our high school years. Allow me to multiply a certain factor to one of the equation. Allow me to multiply 3 on the first equation, having it 3x minus 9y minus 21 is equal to 0. Multiply 3 to all parts, and you'll have here 2y minus 3x plus 7 is equal to 0. I'm doing that because I can now remove this by adding them. So you have minus 9y plus 2y is actually equal to negative 7y. Then the other one is minus 14 equal to 0. Minus 7y is positive 14. So y is actually equal to negative 2. This is actually the component for our y here, which would also be equivalent to the general form of z being x plus I y when we write our solution in the form of complex number. Okay? But let's just simply continue here. Since we now have our y, you can always substitute that to any of these two equations here. Okay? Or even you can even use it here or here, because if you would like to make sure that all of your processes are correct, it should satisfy all. But allow me to use the first equation here, x minus 3y minus 7 is equal to 0. You have x minus 3 times negative 2 minus 7 is equal to 0. X plus 6 minus 7 is equal to 0. X minus 1 is 0. So x is actually equal to 1. This is now the component for our x, or the real part for a complex number in its general form. So these are now the solutions. X is 1. So for this, x is 1 and y is negative 2. When substituted on the original, should satisfy the given equation. Or, again, if you would like to express it in this form, a complex or as a complex number, you can also write it as 1 minus 2i. This is also acceptable if you would like to write your solution as a complex number. Nevertheless, this is how we do the process, or this is how we solve a complex number. Simply equate both sides, get the equivalence for the real parts and the coefficient of the imaginary part, and later on solve for the variables. Thank you very much for watching.